Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Lavella, and we are continuing our Let's Play House Flipper. I didn't record for a little bit because I had problems with my headset, and it was messing with my OBS. So, luckily, I have what they consider an essential job because I work in a jail. So I'm one of the people that are extremely lucky, and I still have a job that I can go to every day, and I get a regular paycheck, and I don't have a house full of kids to feed, and I'm not struggling. I'm not rich, but I'm not struggling to just try to keep a roof over my head. So my stimulus check, part of it went to buy myself a really nice wireless headset with mic. And I know it was a lot of money, but it's okay because it's mine and my bills are paid, and it does stimulate the economy, which is the purpose of the check. And I know they last for years, plus I bought a warranty, so it's going to last even longer. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about this headset. However, the downside is I'm really having trouble with the volume, so I hope that this is not excessively loud in your ear. I hope that if it is loud, you can just simply turn it down and you'll be fine. So we're going to go with that and hope it works. Anyway, I've been dying to get into this, and it's been killing me because I haven't been able to because of the headset not being able to record things. So we're going to go ahead and do another job. Baby on the way. Hi there. My beautiful wife is finally pregnant, and we're now more busy than ever before, but very happy too. I have no idea what to get my hands dirty with. There are so many things that need doing before our precious princess arrives. We're 100% sure that it's a girl. Yeah, well. We've gone ahead and bought a cute little house for the three of us. Unfortunately, it needs a proper clean and preparation for our baby. I hope I can count on you to get the house in order. I would also like to ask if you could prepare the kids' room, buying the crib, changing station, possibly some toys. I put everything in your hands with this matter. You most definitely have to paint our princess's room a light rose color. Thank you so much, Matt Marlowe, soon to be dad. That's actually a pretty cool email. Okay. You know, it's pretty common that you hear about the moms. The moms are so excited, blah, 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 about having a baby and being pregnant, this, that, and the other. And the dads are just, more often than not, they're just kind of left in the background, which is pretty sad in my opinion. Because my personal experience, my natural mother, I call her my natural mother, my birth mother, that I grew up with for way too many years, was a little bit unbalanced, to put it mildly. It was not a happy childhood. My father, however, was my rock. He was the one that was and has always been there for me, who has always been reliable and true and healthy. It's always been a healthy relationship, and he's just, you know, I'm 54 years old, and I still say, if I could be half the person he is when I grow up, then I will consider myself accomplished. I really don't think dads get enough credit. Or maybe I'm just one of the few that is very lucky to have an amazing dad, because I know they're not commonplace. But I don't think it's fair either that just because the mothers are the ones that carry the child in their body, that doesn't mean the mother is the only one who is the good parent or the happy parent to be or whatever. Because I'm living proof that just because someone has the capability of giving birth does not make them a good parent. It does not make them a good parent. However, on a positive note, I did everything the exact opposite that my natural mother did when I raised my son, and he turned out amazing. So I guess she taught me a lot, right? I did everything the opposite she did, and he turned out fantastic. Trust me, I made plenty of mistakes, and he's still amazing anyway. So either I got the wrong kid at the hospital, which if I did, oh well, somebody got screwed, or he just, some things you just can't mess up because they're just too high quality. And that's the way I see him. He's just amazing. Perfect? No, absolutely not. Nobody is perfect. But he is pretty wonderful as a person. Okay, so basically, as you can see, we're doing the cleanup first. I just want to go around, and I'm not even looking at the task menu on the side. Right now I'm just going to hit the hot spots and do what I can see with the eyeballs. And then I'll go back and focus. Is that dirt or just bad paint? I think that's bad paint. But I'm really happy about my headset. My son bought me a headset like this several years ago for my birthday. And I absolutely loved them. Before he bought this set, it's Turtle Beach, by the way. And, people can comment and they can say, oh, well, such and such brand is much better than Turtle Beach, blah, blah, blah. For years, I used he bought me, for 3 or 4 years in a row, he'd say, what do you want for your birthday, Mom? And I'd say, I want a headset. Well, the first year I said that, and I was with him, and I picked out the Turtle Beach, and he's like, yeah, that's a pretty decent brand. And we got them, and I think they were $60, $50, something like that. And because he wanted to buy me something nice, and so that's what we got. And then the next year, he's like, what do you want for your birthday, Mom? And I said, well, can I have another headset? I've kind of worn these out. And he's like, okay, well, why don't we get you set? And I'm like, no, I want the same headset. And he's like, yeah, but these are better. They're higher quality. And I'm like, nope, I like the ones I had. I wore it out, and the cords mess up. I just need... Because anytime I had trouble with those headsets, even though they were just like the $50 pair or whatever, it wasn't the actual headset. It was the cords that went to them, the wiring. Because I literally wore them out. I would, I hang them up on my tower when I'm not using them. But then when I use them, the wires get bent, cables get bent, whatever. Eventually they start getting weak. And, So anyway, that's what the problem was. It didn't have anything to do with the actual headset. It was just, of course, the wires are part of it. I get that, but anyway. So he fussed with me, and I fussed back, and he finally gave in, and he bought me another pair of the same thing. And we did that for 2 or 3 years in a row. And we would have the same fuss, and he would still say, please, Mom, I can afford it. Let me get you a nicer. And I'm like, nope, I like these. These are the ones I want. So he'd give in, and that's what he'd get. And then we were talking at one point, and he was telling me about wireless headsets. Because we'd be gaming together, and I'd have to get up to go to the bathroom, or I'd get up to get a drink, or I'd get up to grab my food out of the microwave, whatever, when you're gaming. And I'd always have to fight with my headset, and get up and go do it and come back. And I used to tease him, you're lucky I don't have wireless, or I'd take you to the bathroom with me. And he's like, oh, joy. Whatever the son wants to hear. They want to go to the bathroom with their mom. That's gross, mother. I don't have much of a filter when it comes to my son. I just, I tell him a lot more than he probably wants to know. Anyway, Uh, but it wasn't just the bathroom thing. Now this is going to sound really weird. It wasn't just the bathroom thing. But we were talking about it, and and the whole thing about having to go get food or step outside or whatever. And so my birthday came around, and again we had the same argument. Mom, come on. And I'm like, no, this is what you asked me what I want, and I'm telling you this is what I want. I don't need you to spend a whole lot of money on me. To me, that's plenty of money. That's more than enough money. You don't even need to spend that much, but you're asking me what I want, and I'm telling you that's what I want. Well, that last year, he decided he wasn't going to give me what I asked for. I came home from work one day to find a wireless headset. It was still Turtle Beach, but it was a wireless headset, and I was like, oh my God. It was amazing. I loved them so much. And I told him, I was like, I really should be mad at you for spending this money, but I'm enjoying these so much, I can't really be mad. And I'm like, to punish you, I'm taking you to the bathroom with me. And he's like, don't you dare. Oh, but yeah, I love them. And anyway, I had them for quite a few years, and then I finally, again, I wore them out. And I've been wanting to get more since then, but I just didn't have the money to spend on them. It was a luxury that was not in the cards at the time. And my car is up to date, and my oil is changed, and my bills are paid, and yeah, so I splurged and spoiled myself a little bit. I still have some money left, but I got the headset, I got my car tagged, what else did I bought myself some books on Audible.com. And to be fair, I had 2 credits, so and I did spend part of it on a couple of streamers that I really like, doing some gift sub things. It's one of those things that I've always wanted to do, but I just never had the money, because I really love watching streamers, especially when they're playing stuff that I like to watch, obviously. And I always feel bad because I don't have the money to do the subscriptions, and I don't have the money to just do these big donations or whatever. And I do understand, as a content creator, that the continued support is actually more beneficial in the long run than big donations. Like, if I had the money and I donated $100 to some guy, that's streaming, or some girl, whoever, but I never watched their videos, and I wasn't subscribed to their channel, and I didn't recommend them, or I didn't share them, or then that $100 is great at the moment, but long term it's really not benefiting, and the other side of that coin is you can subscribe to a YouTube channel, and I'm not saying this about my own, because I seriously don't care, because I'm not doing this for money, I'm doing this for fun. But anyway, you subscribe to a YouTube channel, that's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And you post a comment that says, hi. You don't even have to say it was a good video or a bad video. You just post a comment that says, hello everybody, or whatever, and that helps the channel. And it costs you time. That's all it costs you. Which, time's pretty valuable. Don't get me wrong, I'm very big on the value of time. People take it for granted, and they act as if they have eternity, and they can just waste their time on a consistent basis, and then they're surprised when they're out of it. But anyway, so it does cost you time, but it doesn't cost any money to do those 2 things. And that is actually, in the long term, more helpful than just the big random donation kind of thing, or sharing. Like this one streamer I found, and I tend to go for the underdog if I am in the mood to watch a Stardew Valley, for example, and no one that I'm following is on, and there's 6 streamers streaming Stardew Valley, I go with the one that has the smallest amount of viewers, because I figure they need help more than anybody else. So that's who I usually choose. And then if I get on there and they're obnoxious, then I leave quickly. I pick somebody else. And I think, no, maybe that's why they don't have very many viewers. Most of the time, however, the obnoxious people, for some reason, seem to have the most viewers. And my brain does not grasp that concept very well. The people I enjoy, and don't get me wrong, of course I've mentioned before in my other videos, my other series, I'm not quite obsessed with Hermitcraft, but pretty close. And if you don't know what Hermitcraft is, it's a Minecraft server that a bunch of YouTubers play on together and have for years. It's quite popular. Anyway, some of those hermits are pretty relaxed, and I enjoy them a lot. And some of those hermits are pretty hyper, and I enjoy them, but if I'm going to watch a 2-hour stream, they're probably not going to be my first choice, because I'm old. I don't want to be yelled at all the time. And now Skizzleman, he hoops and hollers and he squeals when he gets a jump scare or whatever, and I'm good with that. But there are some streamers, and it's not just young people that do it either, there are adults that do it as well, but they just do excessive cursing and a lot of loud, just a lot of loud, and I can stand that for a short time. I cannot stand it for 2-hour stream, and I'm not going to spend 2 hours listening to something I don't enjoy. So if you have a streamer out there that you enjoy, remember, you have options. And one thing I do is I'll use my phone. I have the Twitch app on my phone, and I'll watch I'm not actually watching it. I'll put a streamer on my phone and I'll mute it, and then I'll watch somebody else on my second monitor while I'm grinding out Minecraft or playing some Stardew or whatever. Or I'll mute them too and I'll watch a movie. Just kind of depends what I'm in the mood for. And I really am hoping we're almost finished cleaning, because I actually find this part, not the windows necessarily, but the cleaning part in game, I find relaxing. In real life, I do not. I am not one of those people. Alright, let's start here. Corridor is finished. Clean dirt, 96%. What dirt am I missing? Oh, behind the radiator. On the ceiling, maybe. It's gotta be behind the radiator. Can I not get it? Okay. I don't know how to target this wall to get this dart. Sorry, hang on, my leg itched. Okay, we'll come back to that. Alright, the bathroom. There has to be dirt right down here somewhere. I'm on top of the tub, that's what I was. Okay. This corner, no, this corner. There's that. And a new cleaning skill. Let's upgrade a perk. See all dirt. Let's do longer range, or yeah, good mop. Okay. That makes things a little bit easier. Maybe it will help us get this behind. Oh, I see it now. It's all along the floor here. Okay, we got it. Nice. That was gonna drive me bonkers. For sure, for sure. Oh, wow, there's just crap all over the place here. I guess I did zero cleaning in here. Did I clean the windows? Nope. I completely ignored this room. Alright, we'll come back for that. Sometimes it's on the ceiling, so I try to... Okay, we got that. There's this. Okay, let's clean the windows. Yeah, when I was first tested out, one thing I've got to get used to again on this headset, I don't know what you call them, the big things that cover your ears, the actual headphone parts. There's buttons everywhere, dials everywhere, and I kept pushing stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand why my mic. First, I couldn't hear, and I finally figured out I had everything turned down, and of course I've been chomping at the bit because you have to charge them. So, I had to charge them for a while before I could use them. And I finally got to use them, and I couldn't get anything set right. I was so aggravated. And finally got it to where I could hear through them. And then I kept doing test videos trying to record, and I couldn't get my mic to work. And I'm like, oh my gosh! What is wrong with this? I know it's not the headset. They're brand new. I just took them out of the package this morning, and I didn't have the mic snapped all the way in, so it wasn't even connected. And then I still couldn't get it to work, and I had it turned off. I hadn't even pushed the button yet. Clean dirt. Um, 99%. %. That's just great. You know, that makes me think about, I used to play Spyro. I love Spyro so much. I don't have a console anymore. I'm strictly a PC girl. When my son moved out, he took the console, the PlayStation with him, which was only right considering it was his. So it's not like I can even be upset about it. But and I have plenty of games on my computer that I can play. There it was. Okay, let's take a break from the cleaning. Hopefully we got everything clean. Let's start painting. I gotta get a drink first though. Diet Pepsi for the win. Okay, pastel pink. La 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 la. There we go. Let's go with a large can. And paint. Fill the roller. Okay, let me turn the light on. It's getting dark. I really need to go see my dad for the express purpose of setting up a Steam account for him. I want to buy House Flipper for him. I really think he would enjoy it. It's something he actually enjoys in real life. He doesn't like resell or anything, but he's in the middle of a pretty major remodel on his house. And even when my mom was alive, he, and I say my mom, I'm not talking about my birth mother. I'm talking about the woman he married that I wish had been my natural mother. She died a couple of years ago. And, sorry. You know, it's been long enough. You think you're okay, and then stuff just gets you out of the blue, you know. When you lose somebody, they just kind of sneak up on you. And anyway, even when she was alive, they would have projects in the house all the time. Daddy was always building an extra cabinet here, or building extra shelves for her in the bathroom for all her candles and her little girly stuff. And it was a constant thing. They were always working on something. Well, after she passed, he's really been doing some serious remodeling because, to be honest, he was unable to sleep in their room. They were married for, oh good Lord, is it 30 years? No, it was longer than that. I got married to my first husband when I was 18. Not recommended, by the way. And they got married a year after. So, yeah, more than 30 years. They were married more than 30 years. Anyway, getting myself sidetracked. They always had projects they were working on. And after she passed, he was just like, I can't sleep in that room without her. I can't. So he started doing like a heavy remodel he has a 3-bedroom house, and he basically turned the guest room into his room, but after he remodeled it, or he was actually sleeping in it while he remodeled it. Then he turned their bedroom into his office, and his office, I think he's turning into a guest room. Anyway, he's like replacing all the floors and repainting all the walls and doing the curtains and, you know, the whole 9 yards. He's just really going to town on it. And he's 76 now, I think. So, yeah, it takes a lot out of him, but that's what he's doing. And he enjoys it. He's always enjoyed crafting and like woodworking and all that kind of stuff. So I think he would really enjoy this game, and I would like to get it for him. He's not what I would consider a hardcore gamer, but he's had this Black Hawk Down game, I would say probably, I know, for like 20 years or more. I'm pretty sure he got it when it came out, and he's been playing it ever since. And I keep trying to get him to learn new games, and he's like, oh, I'm good. He plays Black Hawk Down and he plays Solitaire. So no, I would not call him a hardcore gamer. But I really think he would enjoy House Flipper, because it's very relaxed and he could definitely go at his own pace. And he's quite creative and is very talented as an artist, even though he doesn't do that stuff anymore. He used to when I was a kid, and he was married to my natural mother, and I've told this story before in other videos, but God knows where they are. They may still be sitting in my law library. They might still be sitting in my video library on my computer and haven't been uploaded yet, or they're in a series that's so old nobody even knows they exist anymore. So I feel pretty safe telling this story again. But anyway, when I was young, my dad was a police officer, and he worked a lot of security jobs. He worked full-time at the police station, and we were real big into church. Then he was a deacon in the church, and he and her taught Bible classes for kids and ran a church bus and did all that. I want to bring this with me. I don't know. Are we going to need this? I don't think we need this anywhere else, do we? No, we don't. Let's just sell it. Okay. We don't need that open. Okay, the bedroom is finished. The living room is finished. Corridor is finished. Okay, I thought we were just in here and I said that was finished. I didn't close the door. So this is all we have left, I guess? Okay. So anyway, one of the things about my natural mother was she was really talented at spending the money faster than my dad can make it. And to the point that she would like go up to the police station back, and this is back in the olden days. But she would go up to the police station and get his check, and before he could even get it and deposit it and pay bills with it, she had already picked it up and done what she wanted to with it. So he worked a lot of extra jobs, worked a lot of security jobs. So he was either at work at the police department, or he was at work overnight at a security job, or he was at the church making, teaching visual aids for the classrooms and the church buses, or he was at the church working on the church bulletin. He was real good with photography. He actually took his own photos, and developed them in a dark room and did all the thing on the light board with the cutting and the splicing and all that good stuff. And this is a lot of pink, but I really wasn't paying attention, so we're just going to go with it. There. Job is complete. But anyway, so we didn't get to see a lot of him because he was either at the police department, at the church, at an extra job, or trying to get some sleep. So, time with my father was pretty precious. And he would, Friday nights was our night. And I'm the oldest. And so, on Friday nights, back in the old days, there used to be a thing on TV, and it was, oh my gosh, it was Count Dracula, and they were monster movies. And when I say monster movies, I'm talking about Dracula and the Mummy and Frankenstein's monster and gargoyles and the Blob and the creature from the black, the old black and whites, and some of them actually had a little bit of color. And I was terrified, and I made my son watch them with me one time, and he was like, "Really, Mom? Really, Mom? You're calling this a scary movie?" I'm like, "Hey, when I was a kid, this stuff was terrifying. Yes, I'm calling that a scary movie." I'm getting rid of that. So, anyway, back to my story. So, Daddy and I would watch these movies, and I was the only one who got to stay up late because I was the oldest. And, of course, back then, I don't know if parents still say this garbage or not, but back then it was, "Don't sit too close to the TV, you'll go blind." Yeah, well, it's a bunch of garbage. But anyway, I don't think I'm allowed to get rid of that. Can we clean that window? Do we have that option? No, I don't think I do. Oh, well, that's gonna go. Anyway, so we'd be watching the movie, and let's say it was The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Well, after the movie, my dad had this, I don't know where he got it or why he even had it, but he had this massive roll of butcher block paper. I'm using my hands to show you. Obviously you can't see me. Massive roll of butcher block paper, and it was probably about 4 foot wide, Yeah, probably about 4 foot wide, and God knows how long it was. But I mean, it was heavy. I mean, it took a grown man to lift it. It was huge. Anyway, after the monster movies, he would. Will it let me sell this? It will. He would draw the monster of the night. So, like after the creature from the Black Lagoon, which I don't know if you know who that is, but he was very scaly and had the little claw hands and stuff. Anyway, he would draw him for me. Like, not full size, but maybe the drawing was like 3 feet tall. And of course, like I said, it's already on a 4 foot wide piece of butcher block paper. And he would just sketch it out for me, and it was amazing. And I realized I was a kid, and I realized I worshipped my dad, still do. But it truly was amazing. I mean, the likeness was incredible. And I wasn't the only one who said so. I'd show him off to people when they'd come visit us all the time, and they were like, "Oh my gosh," you know. And but a lot of the people at church already knew he could draw because he did stuff like that all the time for the visual aids for the classrooms and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, he would do that. He would let's walls. Kinda wanna do some wood, I think. Kinda maybe. Oh wait, can I not do these? I don't have that unlocked yet. Dadgummit. Okay, maybe not. We'll try something else. Walls. Paint. Let's go with, I think I like this forest mist. Okay. Is this the same color I had? Maybe. Okay, painting. Let's go with less paint usage. Oh, we can do it again. Alright. Less waste. Anyway, so every Friday night he would draw one of the monsters for me. And I had quite a collection at one point. And he surprised me. And he told me, he said, "We're not going to do that tonight." And I was crushed because that was something I looked forward to more than the actual movie. You know, I mean, the movie was great because, you know, I had time with my father and it didn't cost us any money. You know, people just undervalue time spent with somebody you love. And like I said, with all the working that he had to do to make ends meet, to raise 3 kids and have a wife stay at home, and he was just always working. He worked himself till he just almost dropped. So for him to make the time to sit and watch a movie with me, that was a huge deal. And then after that, the drawings, the sketches, they were just... It gets me choked up now just thinking about how special that was. It was such a big thing for me. And I was crushed because he's like, "We're not going to do that tonight." And, you know, I tried real hard to be a big girl and not cry. But then he got the butcher block paper out. And he started rolling out the paper. And I thought, okay. And see, when I was growing up, you didn't question your parents. If you wanted to question your parents, that consisted of, may I go outside and play? That's how you questioned your parents. If your parents told you no, it did not cross your mind to say, why not? That thought did not even begin to formulate. The only thought that formulated was yes sir or no sir. Yes ma'am, no ma'am. You just didn't. The things that kids say to their parents these days are so different than what it was for people of my generation. Anyway, so I didn't question him, and I tried really hard, because you don't throw a fit, because you learn if you throw a fit, then you're just making things worse for yourself. So I didn't throw a fit, and I stood there just brokenhearted, and then he gets out the butcher block paper, and I was really confused, and but I didn't say anything. He starts sketching, and I knew better. I knew, just be quiet, just keep your mouth shut, just watch and wait. And he took all the different monsters that he had drawn for me and had them all over the floor, and he merged them as if he were Dr. Frankenstein. He merged them into one massive monster. Like, pretty sure the head was Frankenstein's monster's head, but then had like scales and claws, and I'm making hand motions again, sorry. It had like the hands and the claws from the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and then it had, fangs like giant, you know what I'm saying? It was like all these monsters. He just took pieces of them and it was life size. The thing was over 6 feet. It was life size. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was, oh my gosh, it was out of this world. And you talk about over the moon. Just over the moon with this drawing. Oh my gosh. I was, wow. And I can still see it in my head. 50 years later, I can still see it. And it was just incredible. And I treasured it. I treasured it so much. It just meant so much to me, because not only was that something that my father did for me, but it was amazing. And then to be a real downer, when my psycho birth mother finally drove my father to the point that he just could not take it anymore, he left and filed for divorce, and I don't know if I'm gonna like that together or not. I want something different. Do I like that? Let's do it and see. I might like it when it's done. But anyway, so he left, and back in those days, the courts pretty much always gave custody to the mother. So when Daddy tried to get custody of us, they basically laughed him out of the courtroom, because in that day and age, unless you could prove that the mother was like a prostitute bringing her Johns into the house, and she was a junkie, and all this crazy stuff, there was really no way the father ever got the kids, unless you just you had to prove that she was absolutely, completely unfit, to the point that she probably belonged in jail. And if you couldn't prove that, then if you were a male, you were not getting custody of your children. And that's pretty much how that worked out. The fact that she was beating us, the fact that she was mentally unbalanced, all of that was irrelevant. And anyway, I came home from one day from school, and my full-size monster was gone. And she was always jealous that I was daddy's girl, because I loved him more than her, kind of thing. And she had burned it. She burned it. She burned it because it was something that he created out of his heart and gave it to me. And she burned it. There are people out there who use children as a tool to hurt other people, and they're too stupid to realize, or they're too heartless to care that the children are the ones that are being hurt. And all they care about is power jabs at someone else. They don't care who they're using as a pawn. Part of me likes that because I want the contrast, and it's different. It's not just the same old. But part of me is like, I don't know. Well, I have rambled and talked, and I took an amazingly wonderful, positive story, and I turned it into a total downer. Sorry. It did not have a happy ending. Actually, the happy ending is she's dead and gone, and I still have my dad. So, for me, that's a happy ending. I know that sounds awful. I know it does. And it really kind of is, but she is not in this world. Now, the fact that my mom is gone is not a good thing, but the fact that my natural mother no longer is taking up oxygen that's a good thing. Some people just don't bring anything good into this world. They really shouldn't be here. But anyway, I have an amazing dad, and I'm very lucky. And back to my original point 4 hours ago, fathers are often pushed to the side and left in the shadow, and the mothers take all the glory and the credit, and and it's not fair. It's not fair. There are a lot of dads out there that are amazing. So, anyway, any of you out there that are a dad, awesome sauce. Keep being an amazing father. You're making more of an impact on your children's lives than what you may realize. If you are a child who has an amazing father in your life, cherish them. Even when they make you crazy, even when you just want to slam doors and cuss them out, even when you are so frustrated with them, you say, "Oh my gosh, I hate you." It's a bunch of crap. You know in your heart if they really are a good father or not, and if they really are, cherish them. Cherish them, cherish them. Because they won't be here forever. And they're really under-acknowledged. Anyway, it's not even Father's Day. At least not at the time of the recording. But anyway, thank you again, and thanks for putting up with this. If you're still here, bless your heart. Thanks for listening to my big old psycho ramble. And we'll get another job next time. We'll work on this a little bit again, and we'll go from there. Thank you again, and we will see you later.